Hello everyone, Dr. Lani here. Today's video we're going to cover quite an annoying subject of itching. Nearly 100% of our customers have itching, whether it be for different degrees or different variations of times. Almost everyone has it. So having said that, let's get right into it. You can have itching in one or two locations in your head, either the sites where we took hair from or the sites where we put hair into. So let's go into the first site. The sites where we took hair from. In this area we made little small puncture holes. And as those puncture holes are healing, you're getting inflammation. In inflammation, there's a release of histamine, which is a natural itching causing substance that is totally normal as you heal. And since we've taken so many hairs out, you can imagine that there's a lot of healing going on in the back of your head. At the same time, there's also nerves that are traveling through those little puncture areas that are now regenerating and resprouting. And while they're still immature and regrowing, they tend to fire off erratically and causes burning, tingling sensation in addition to itching. That might be causing some of your symptoms. So the back of the head, we actually have a lot of ways that we can control itching. Number one is just keeping the area nice and clean. Using Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo to wipe off all the crust and the dandruff, just getting rid of that dry physical sensation will help alleviate that. So if you're not aggressively cleaning that area in the shower, go ahead and do so. Just don't scratch. You can rub all those crusts away. Number two, we actually have given you packets of hydrocortisone 1% cream. In your packets, you can actually open that up. Each packet is usually good for about 2 doses. You're going to rub that area and run it into the back of your head just like you did with the bacitracin. You do that twice a day. Do that for a couple days, 1 week at max, because the hydrocortisone can actually slow down the healing process. So if the hydrocortisone is helping, that's great, but at 1 week's time, please stop. The next thing you can actually do, which we probably prescribe to you, is actually use ketoconazole shampoo. This is technically an antifungal shampoo, but ketoconazole is also used just for an anti-inflammatory effects. It is a you can get a 1% over the counter, a 2 or 3% requires a prescription, which we may have provided. So when you're taking a shower, switch away from the Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo, and you'll start using the ketoconazole wash once a day. And the anti-inflammatory effects of the ketoconazole wash may actually be helping the back of your head. You can start this obviously on day 2 for the back of your head. You can't do this on the hair insertion site quite yet, but we'll get back to that in a second. So some good options there for the back of your head. Keep it nice and clean. Use hydrocortisone. Use the ketoconazole shampoo. From the front of your head, the number one thing for itching, believe it or not, is this misting bottle. Keep it on a mist level. Keep those grafts hydrated. You don't want them to be too wet or too damp, just so they're not dried out. This bottle is your lifesaver. You're going to use it up to day 10 to keep those grafts hydrated. The more you do that, actually, the less itching you'll have in the grafts up front. If that's not enough, you can reach into your little goodie bag and get out cotton balls, as well as the baby oil or mineral oil, either one. They're both the same thing. Take that baby oil, put a small amount onto the cotton ball. What you're going to do is you're going to dab your grafts just so they have a nice coating of oil. This oil is actually just a little bit more effective than keeping them moist. You do that once a day. You don't want these things saturated or too oily again, but just a little bit of oil actually does a little bit better job than the dehydrating with the mist itself. Once you're on day 10 and you're allowed to wash your hair normally as before, you can actually start using the ketoconazole shampoo on the hair insertion sites. Unfortunately, you have to wait till day 10. This is pretty effective for the back of the head, and a lot of people want to use it early for the front, but just wait till day 10. And then you can also start using the ketoconazole. There really is no limited time that you can be doing the misting and the oil for. You can go beyond 10 if that's been working for you. That's great. So those are like kind of remedies of topically applying things that can help out itching. Now there are things you can do systemically to break down itching. They're a little bit less effective. Obviously taking medication your entire body just for itching in your head. It's not going to be as targeted. But what you can do is actually reach into your medicine cabinet and get out an anti-allergen. That could be Claritin, Allegra, or Zyrtec. They're all H1 blockers. They all block histamine to some degree. The nice thing about the Claritin, Allegra, and the Zyrtec is they're non-drowsy. Take these as directed, usually once or twice a day, depending on which medication you're using. Benadryl is another anti-allergenic allergy medicine. You can take that as well. However, Benadryl can be sedating. So if you're going to take the Benadryl, either you're used to it or just go ahead and take it before bedtime. You can take 25 to 50 milligrams of Benadryl by mouth, and it will have an anti-itch related effect to it, although it's systemic and it's unlikely to be less effective than the topical remedies we talked about. So in review, itching is very annoying. 100% of people get it. The fact that I went over 5 or 6 treatments for you means that there's not one good option. That's excellent. But now you have options for the back, which is keeping your area nice and clean, hydrocortisone, ketoconazole shampoo, and then the front, which is misting, oiling, and the ketoconazole shampoo. Then hopefully those will help you out. If you have any really significant itching, please do not scratch the area. Please let us know if it's getting out of control. There are other things we can do, but they do have side effects to them, so we really just don't review them in these videos at all. But there are things that can be worked out. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.